In the small town of Maplewood, a gentle breeze rustled through the trees, lining the main street, the sun casting a warm glow over the quaint shops and friendly faces. It was the kind of town where everyone knew each other, and secrets were hard to keep. But one fateful day, everything changed when the police chief's son, Tyler Reynolds, was arrested during a protest against police brutality. Tyler, a 22-year-old college student, had always been the kind of young man who fought for what he believed in. Raised in a family that prided itself on service and duty, he felt a deep sense of responsibility not only to his father, Chief Harold Reynolds, but to the community he called home. However, the recent wave of protests sweeping across the nation had ignited a fire within him, challenging the very values he had been taught. On the day of the protest, Tyler stood among a diverse crowd of supporters holding signs that read, "Justice for all" and "Black Lives Matter." He felt a rush of adrenaline as he chanted alongside his peers, their voices uniting in a powerful call for change. But amidst the energy and passion, tensions began to rise. A line of police officers, including his father, faced the protesters. Chief Reynolds had always been a man of strict principles. Duty was paramount in his life, and as he stood in his uniform, he felt the weight of his badge pressing against his chest. He watched his son, heart pounding, torn between his role as a father and as a police chief. The situation escalated when a scuffle broke out, and Tyler, fueled by anger and a sense of justice, was arrested for resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. News of Tyler's arrest spread like wildfire throughout Maplewood. The town was in shock, and the media descended upon them like vultures. How could the son of the police chief be involved in such a scandal? The questions swirled, and the community was divided. Some supported Tyler, seeing him as a brave activist. Others condemned him, believing he had crossed a line. At home, the tension was palpable. Chief Reynolds, a man known for his stoic demeanor, felt his world shatter. He and Tyler had always been close, sharing a bond forged from years of fishing trips and late-night talks about life and duty. Now, they were on opposite sides of a chasm, one that seemed impossible to bridge. "Dad, I was just trying to stand up for what's right," Tyler pleaded, his voice cracking with emotion as he sat across from his father at the kitchen table. "You have to understand that people are hurting, and we can't just stand by and do nothing." "I know that, Tyler," Chief Reynolds replied, his voice low and steady, "but you can't just disregard the law. You've put yourself in danger, and you've embarrassed our family." "Embarrassed or challenged? There's a difference." Tyler shot back, frustration bubbling to the surface. "You're so focused on your duty that you can't even see the bigger picture. People are dying, and you're more worried about your reputation." The argument escalated, each word a reminder of their differing perspectives. The chief's duty to uphold the law clashed with Tyler's passion for justice, leaving both men feeling unheard and misunderstood. Days turned into weeks, and the town remained divided. Supporters of Tyler organized rallies, demanding his release and calling attention to the issues he was fighting against. Meanwhile, others rallied behind Chief Reynolds, believing he was simply doing his job. The emotional strain on the family was palpable, creating a rift that seemed impossible to heal. As the trial approached, the pressure mounted. Tyler felt the weight of the world on his shoulders. He had become a symbol of the fight for justice, but at what cost? The love and respect he had for his father were overshadowed by a growing sense of betrayal. How could the man who had taught him about right and wrong stand against him now? One evening, as Tyler sat alone in his room, he received a message from a friend. "We're organizing a protest outside the courthouse on the day of your hearing. We want to show our support. Will you come?" The message ignited a sense of purpose within him. This was his chance to make his voice heard, to stand up for his beliefs, and perhaps to confront his father one last time. On the day of the hearing, the atmosphere was electric. Protesters filled the streets, their chants echoing through the town. Tyler stood at the forefront, his heart racing with a mixture of fear and determination. He could see his father across the street, flanked by officers, his expression unreadable. As the judge entered the courtroom, the crowd fell silent. Tyler's heart pounded as he took a deep breath, preparing for what lay ahead. The proceedings began, and with each passing moment, Tyler felt the walls closing in. He had anticipated a fight, but nothing could prepare him for the pain of hearing his father testify against him. Tyler acted recklessly, Chief Reynolds stated, his voice steady but heavy with emotion. As a police chief, I have a duty to uphold the law, even if it means arresting my own son. The words struck Tyler like a physical blow. He felt the betrayal wash over him, but he also felt a flicker of understanding. His father was caught in a web of duty and love, trying to navigate a world that seemed to be crumbling around them. After the hearing, Tyler confronted his father outside the courthouse, the tension thick between them. "How could you do that? Do you really believe I was wrong?" he asked, his voice trembling with emotion. "I believe in the law, Tyler. I believe in doing what's right for the community, even if it means making hard choices," Chief Reynolds replied, his eyes filled with a mixture of sadness and pride. "But I also believe in you. You're my son, and I love you." Tyler felt the weight of his father's words, the love and duty intertwined. "I just wanted to make a difference, Dad. I wanted to stand up for the people who feel invisible," he replied, his voice barely above a whisper. The two stood in silence, the crowd around them buzzing with energy. It was a moment of reckoning, a chance to bridge the divide that had grown between them. "Maybe we can find a way to work together," Tyler suggested, hope flickering in his heart. Chief Reynolds looked at his son, the man he had raised, the man who had always challenged him to be better. "I'd like that, son. Let's start by listening to each other," he replied, extending a hand. As their hands clasped, the crowd erupted into cheers. In that moment, the thin blue line that had separated them began to blur, and they understood that love and duty could coexist. In the weeks that followed, Tyler and Chief Reynolds worked together to create community forums, bringing together voices from all sides. They discussed policing, justice, and the importance of understanding one another. The town slowly began to heal, united by a common goal of progress and understanding. Tyler learned the importance of listening, while Chief Reynolds understood the value of empathy. Together, they became a powerful force for change in Maplewood, proving that even amidst conflict, love could pave the way for unity. As the seasons changed, so did the town. The events of that fateful day transformed Maplewood into a community that valued dialogue over division. And through it all, the bond between father and son grew stronger, a testament to the resilience of love in the face of adversity. In the end, Tyler knew that activism and duty were not mutually exclusive. They were two sides of the same coin, capable of creating a better future for all. And as he stood side by side with his father, he felt hopeful for the road ahead, a road paved with understanding, love, and the unwavering belief that change was possible.